Good morning and happy Monday. It's our first week back. We took a week off with Ramadan ending and all that good stuff. And I had a freaking root canal needed to be done.
Man.
It was brutal. But we're back. We got a lot of stuff to go over. Doc, give us the topics.
We got coffee as usual. We got some quotes we're going to break down. Chiropractic Corner. We're talking about TMJ today. Would you rather? We got something interesting. We got NBA playoffs. Playoffs have been nice, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Playoffs have been good. Boxing match over the weekend. We had Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, known as Tank Davis. NFL. Who is better for the fans? We're going to name two players, and you guys let us know who you think is better. And then we got money lineup NFL and money lineup NBA.
Yep. Don't forget, you guys, hit that subscribe button, share it, like it. Every social media outlet, YouTube, all that good stuff. We're there. Show us some love. So coffee. I went to the Meridian Plymouth in Plymouth. I've had a couple patients and a lot of people actually say that they were very good. They studied there. Nice little quiet area. It wasn't too bad. Smaller though. It was definitely smaller. I would probably say like a half of a Starbucks, but it was new on the inside. It was nice.
Quiet place.
Yeah, nice. Very quiet. I've seen a couple business meetings taken on there, and then there was a bunch of people studying. It was nice. I got the Cortado, which is basically espresso. It's espresso to milk equal ratio, just to take care of that bitterness. And then I just got a cappuccino. So these ones are the Cortados. So go ahead, take that one first. We'll start with this. Let's see how this goes.
It's pretty light.
It's a quarter filled, baby.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I'm happy it's a quarter filled. Oh my god!
You don't like it that strong, do you?
That is strong.
You don't like it that strong. That means that's straight espresso.
I could see why it's a quarter.
That's espresso. Yeah, because I don't want you drinking a whole pot of this. Heart palpitations. This isn't bad. If it was a little bit hotter, I mean, it was a 20-minute drive in here. So if it was a little bit hotter, it would be that much better.
No, it has to be mixed with something. That's just...
No, it's espresso with a little bit of milk.
There's no milk in there.
That's good. A little sour. You're sick, a little sour for espresso, but it's good. It's good. I'm going to ask you to rank it.
Oh.
Rank that, boy.
That's like tingling in my mind right now.
No, come on.
I swear, man.
Like pre-workout tingle?
Yeah, I'm getting
immediate.
Right
come
now.
on.
I'm telling you, bro. Woo! Am I sweating? Man?
Yeah, you are a little bit.
That right there. Oh
yeah.
My god.
Yeah, 5'2". 5'2". It's a good espresso shot.
2.4, like my grade point average in middle school.
That's horrible. That is horrible. Go to this cappuccino. Let's see. It's a little more filled here.
Too creamy.
See, after going from how strong that is, this just tastes like straight cream.
It has a coffee kick, but the cream is like too creamy. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind mixing this into here. Seriously.
Try it out.
Get a little creative. Get a little creative. Yeah, I did. Get a little creative. I think I got a little bit in there. I don't know. 4-4. It's too milky. And I thought cappuccino wouldn't be as milky. That's why I stopped getting lattes.
That right there is a 5.
Yeah, 4-4 for me. Yeah, not the greatest.
God.
Let's get in our quotes. I think you put up about 4 of them, so I'll start them off and you finish them off. Then we'll get into them. You didn't come this far to only come this far. What comes easy won't last.
My favorite quote.
What lasts won't come easy.
An expert at something is once a beginner. Stop taking directions from people who never got to where you're going.
Yep.
You didn't come this far to only come this far. I think when we go for a goal, we get overwhelmed while we're going towards the goal. We're like, man, maybe this isn't for me. But you have to look behind you and be like, hey, I got this far. Let me just continue. Because I bet majority of the time, the path that you took is a lot further than what's in front of you.
Yeah. Well, and I just think that you could just never stop. Like, I think if you're still tasting that, aren't you?
Oh my God, man.
I just feel like you could never stop. Like, no matter how forward you think you've become, there's always such a long path for you to get to the finish line, and that finish line is continuously moving. Like it's not just a race where you're getting to a finish line and then you're done. Especially when it comes to life, family, work, so on and so forth. That finish line is nonstop moving, and it just keeps on going forward. If you're growing, it's going to continue to move. So I think literally that's the way I read it there, and it reminds me of that meme of the picture of the digger. whoever's digging on the dirt, and there's a bunch of diamonds or money or whatever, and he finishes and
like
he quits
layer of
right before he's there.
The diamonds are
and then everything's right there. So that's what it sort of reminded me of when I read that, and I like that one a lot. What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy.
It means what it says.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not much to dive into. It's just, just got to work hard.
For sure.
Like you always say, got to be a dog. Got to work hard.
Easy money don't last.
Yeah, you keep on working hard, and it's that chasing that quick dollar, that easy money or whatever it is. Those are fads. Those are this. So whatever it is, it's not gonna last. So if you could make something worth keeping and work towards it that hard,
then it's yours.
Then it's yours.
Yeah. An expert at something is once a beginner.
Yeah.
Everybody who starts anything in life is never an expert at the first.
Yeah.
As they do it, and as they proceed, as they work hard,
gotta work at it.
They become very good at it, and then they're an expert.
Yeah.
That takes time, though.
Always.
Which nobody wants to go through time.
That's the hardest part, man. Is just putting the right time into it. I think is just like people want to go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone's guilty of it. I was guilty of it for a while. You were guilty of it for a while. It's there.
I feel like it's more common now, though. And I'll say that because of social media. Social media, TikTok stars that are famous, and making a bunch of money just off online videos. But realistically, people don't see how many people failed.
Yeah.
Like so many famous people on TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. How many people have failed? How many people have not made it?
I mean, how many people? It's easier saying how many people have made it. Probably under 1%.
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, think about it, man. Like, even when you look at, like, right when COVID started and everything was shut down, people quit their day jobs to day trade. And then they did good for that first year that the stock market was just ridiculous.
It's crazy how much money you could have made if your mindset was different.
It was different. If I went, there's no fear. I mean, it was just different. But people quit their day jobs at the time because they were making so much money, and now they're right back to their day jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard. It's hard to do that. Stop taking direction from people who never got to where you're going.
You always got those people in life telling you what to do when they haven't done it.
Yeah.
Talk to the right people if you need direction. Like if you want to be a doctor, talk to a doctor about being a doctor. Don't talk to a construction worker about being a doctor.
There's a big difference there.
And vice versa, you want to be a construction worker, talk to a construction worker.
Yeah, whatever it is, I mean, it's just, and that's why I think shadowing for the Young Bucks or working with the field that you want to go into, just to confirm that that's what you want to do. Because, parents could push their kids into a certain direction of where they want to be, but at the end of the day, the parents, and I'm thinking of my kids and myself, like I'm not going to be working that day to day. I don't know what he's going to want to go through, he or she, so let them make the decision. And they're going to be shadowing. They're going to be watching other people and seeing what they want to go into 100%. And giving options.
That's how you learn. You learn with your eyes.
You have to learn that way. So
when I started shadowing you taught me how to shovel snow in the parking lot.
Of course, pick up garbage in the in the yard too.
No, I'm just messing. I learned a lot.
No, so I mean, it was just you. But when you first came in, you didn't know that that's what you wanted to do for sure. You were between that and PT and a couple other things, so you didn't know for sure. And it wasn't until you actually seen how it was done day to day where you were like, "No, I could do this. I like this."
I just seen patient relief. I would see people come in with pain and leave happy.
Yeah.
And like the flow of things, like the interaction with you and patients, how it was smooth and
it was different.
The trust that was built. That's why I liked it so much.
Yeah, and it's different. I mean, and what's weird is that every chiro office you go to, every medical office you go to, they're all different, man. It's just how the bedside manner is of the doc and how the staff is and so on and so forth. So it's just finding the right opportunity. And if you don't like the one thing, I mean, you could keep on looking. Like, if you have a bad pizza, it's not that you're going to sign off pizza for the rest of your life. You're going to go to the next pizza parlor. So yeah, I mean, I like that one a lot. My favorite though would probably either be the first two. You didn't come this far to only come this far, or what comes easy won't last.
That's my favorite.
And what lasts won't come easy. Those are probably my first two that speak to me the most. Let's get in the chiropractic corner here.
TMJ.
Yeah, TMJ. So
everyone has a TMJ. It's the joint.
It's the joint. Yeah, it's the
temporomandibular joint.
Yeah.
People have the misconception of, I have TMJ.
Well, yeah, we all do.
Put the D behind it.
Yeah.
Dysfunction.
Yeah. So and some of the symptoms that you end up getting is that clicking of the jaw, locked jaw, pain in the jaw muscle, which is basically this masseter right here. It's been thrown around so much, especially lately. What's it called? I think I have it in here that's been thrown around nonstop. It's trigeminal neuralgia, which I'll explain that, or you'll explain that. Either one of us will. But man, it just drives me crazy because it's just, I feel like that it's not a throwaway diagnosis because it's there, but it's just a matter of why, right? So I mentioned my root canal that I had last week, right? First couple of days started as, remember, I was telling you, I was like, dude, I feel like my jaw is just so sore, like I got punched in the face.
And you thought it was originally
and
that.
I kept on thinking, okay, maybe it's TMJD. Let's just treat it a little bit. We didn't do any manipulation just because it's a smaller joint. And like you were saying, you know, at school they always tell you don't touch it unless it's, you know, you don't want to. Yeah, unless it's bothering you, don't touch it.
There's so many things.
Such a small joint that you don't want to start disrupting it and create immobility, or I'm sorry, hypermobility. So that's where it was like, okay, I think we did some. You did some range of motion stuff.
We did range of motion, some stretching,
a little bit of trigger point into the muscle,
some resisted motion as well.
Yeah, and that was like a Thursday night, Friday.
I believe so.
Saturday, I woke up and just the difference in cold was driving me crazy. I couldn't talk. It was horrible, and then I went to the dentist and got it cleared. Yep, that's exactly what it needed. And that's what I'm saying. So there's so many different things that people think it's TMJD when it could be a masseter muscle, it could be a spasm, it could be a dental issue. You got to get those crossed off before you start messing with the joint. We could work with the muscles in the area, but it's just that is exactly where you need to be looking. And if clicking, I think, is the biggest thing. The sort of giveaway there. And then what was the other thing that we always check is just jutting of the jaw.
Jutting the jaw is protruding forward, going more back. A lot of times what we see is the actual condyle getting out of the socket.
Yeah, on X-ray. Yeah, and I mean, it's stuff that they could do at home and just open their mouth wide in a mirror. If you start watching your chin deviate to one side,
something's going on there.
There could be a dysfunction, or one side getting stuck, or one side's hypermobile, and that's something that we just got to figure out.
It's crazy how you could treat it a bunch of ways, though. Like as a doctor coming in, like some people say, majority of the time, if you're deviating to the right, that muscle on the right is tighter because what the muscles do, they always pull.
Yeah.
So that's how I always approach it.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at a jaw and it's shifting to the right, I'm attacking that right side. I'm gonna do muscle work.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, we're going to reassess, see where the jaw's going. And then majority of the time, like I'll adjust maybe last thing if we need it, of course.
If we need it. And I'll tell you this, like you're saying, hey, muscle work, right? But also if it's going to the right-hand side, then chances are that joint is actually jammed in that area.
Potentially,
so the left side could potentially be opening up and mobilizing, and the right side's not at all. So that's what I'm saying. There's so many different things in that little joint that you need to have checked. And then other things that, you know, medical world treats it with shots, or they treat it with any type of surgery or anything along those lines. Another at-home stuff that we usually tell people is just ice it. Literally just icing that masseter muscle, whether externally on the face or internally through the mouth. You could just get crushed ice and throw it in the corner. That tends to help that out a lot. But the problem with this, man, is when it starts causing the headaches and when it starts causing all the other symptoms because of that pain. I think that's where people just start getting really, really annoyed and fed up with it.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
You got ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular, which is
and that's going into trigeminal neuralgia as well. You know, so when trigeminal neuralgia has been thrown around, especially in the last like 2-3 years, man, I've been hearing it so much from people. I think I've heard it more in the last 2 years than I have in the first 10 years I was in practice.
You know what that diagnosis reminds me of? I feel like it's tossed out. Come on, you got it.
Fibromyalgia.
Yes.
Yeah, but trigeminal neuralgia is like, it's the suicide disease.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's
painful.
known as being horrible. It's known as every 2 minutes you're getting a shocking symptom in your face that make people want to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Like that's in every textbook. That's what it is.
It's known as a suicide.
It's known as that. So I mean, it's just to see that and to have that diagnosis out there, and they're talking and walking. It's just completely opposite of what we learned then. And then the trigeminal nerve, like you said, you have those 3 branches coming up here. You got the first 2 are sensory, the last one's sensory and motor, and that's where the sensory ones is where the pain comes from, and that's where knowing where that nerve originates from, trigeminal nerve, which is the cranial nerve 5, comes from what is it, foramen rotundum, I believe, right?
Rotundum, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I know one person that I know a while ago, the rotundum was actually very, very small, and they seen that on X-ray. They ended up going in and literally shaving that foramen and taking the pressure off the nerve. Chiro has helped with a couple patients. One it has not helped with. I mean, I'm being that honest with you. So it's just a matter of knowing where this trigeminal neuralgia is coming from.
Attack it from the root.
Attack it from the root. That's it. So knowing where and what's causing it, I think, is the biggest thing. What else do we got going on?
Well, a lot of misdiagnosis here.
A lot, man.
Yeah, which is crazy.
A lot. And I feel like, you mentioned fibromyalgia, which we'll get into on a different episode, but we'll say the same thing. The problem that I have with that diagnosis is that it's throwaway diagnosis. They know that you're in pain. They know that it's not psychological.
I just don't know what it is.
They just don't know what the hell it is. And what us Chiros sort of look at it as, it's like a short circuiting.
Just name it idiopathic at that point.
Yeah.
Don't even diagnose it.
Don't even diagnose it. Just idiopathic
Call
pain
it
type
idiopathic
deal.
and just go on with it. Refer to the next.
When I hear fibromyalgia, my first thing is short circuiting of the nervous system. Like there's an interference in the nervous system going on somewhere. You got to find where these little subluxations are both moved out of place, or whatever you want to call them, that is pinching on the nerve, and fix them at that point. So I think that's where fibro, I think, is a much more throwaway diagnosis.
Do you think fibromyalgia has a big thing psychologically as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, the emotional aspect of life and the emotional stressors of life could tear you apart physically, like big time. So yes, it plays a role. And then I feel, but that's the other thing is, like, I feel like when people get that diagnosis, mentally they think they're going to be in pain forever. And then it's hard to break that habit. It's hard to break that cycle.
Do you think someone's at fault there? Do you think it's a lack of education when people are diagnosed with certain conditions? Or do you just think people do their Google searching and they go from there?
I think it's a combination of all of that. I mean, I think between the Google searching and the WebMDs and, you know, watching YouTube and the 7 points. I mean, the 7 points of fibromyalgia that you have to literally get that diagnosis is like, they're trigger points that everybody has. You know what I'm saying?
I could trigger point you right now. I'm pretty sure I could find 7 tender spots. I guarantee
you could find 7 of the what is it, 12 to 15 that there is.
Something like
that are tender. You know, it's just, and then when you're in pain, you're going to be tense everywhere else, and you're going to have those tender spots.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like just the diagnosis of that, I hate that diagnosis completely.
Not to put us on a high horse or anything like that. I feel like every time we do diagnose something, we explain everything. We explain, like, sometimes you're going to feel this way, sometimes you're going to feel that way. End goal is to 1, 2, 3. We'll get you there.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
But takes time.
But it's a journey. You know, it's a journey and it's a commitment. I think that's the biggest issue that people have. They want that quick fix, and that quick fix, whether it's, you know, TMJD or trigeminal neuralgia, or that didn't happen. So say you start feeling the pain today. Didn't happen because of something you just did an hour ago. That might have been building up for years and years and years.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
So that was the final straw that broke the camel's back. And it's just a matter of, okay, how are we going to undo everything that you just damaged over the past 30, 40, 50 years,
and
5 years?
A huge misconception that people think, I'm sorry, I love my patients. Patients are awesome, but I don't want to see you forever.
I don't.
Eventually, I want to see you on with your way and maybe see you every other month or something like that.
Yeah.
I do not want to see you forever.
Yeah, we have patients in the office that are come in 3-4 times a year. We have other ones that just, like, I mean, that's it. They just keep on going into the same cycle. And my whole thing is, like, you're not helping yourself then. Like you just said, I don't want to see you 3 times a week for the rest of your life. I don't want to do it.
If I give you restrictions on lifting things over 15 pounds, then that's a good idea to not lift things over 15 pounds. Yeah. You're going to come right back.
You're going to come right back. Or if you tell them to do home exercises or ice down or do anything on those lines,
they don't do it.
They don't do it. It's just like, okay.
It's like me giving you a recipe and you just skip the eggs, you know?
You gotta do your part. You gotta do your part. So I think that's huge there. And that's, you know, the laziness and the quick fix of the world today, I think, is what's sort of playing a role with that big time. But yeah, TMJD, man, is something that, you know, stuff that we do in the office: trigger point therapy, stretching, cold laser therapy, ultrasound on that masseter muscle. Those are phenomenal. PT works great with it too, especially if it's a muscular issue. Especially if it's that masseter muscle, they'll do other stuff as well. The last thing I would do is any type of corticosteroid shot. You look like you got a smart comment coming up.
I do have a smart comment. You look like you seen it on my face. Yeah. There was someone that said they're a chiropractor, man, and they're not a chiropractor, and they like told one of my patients this, and I was
really.
I'm not gonna mention names or anything like that. But they're claiming to be a chiropractor, and they're not a chiropractor.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Man, come on.
I think I know who you're talking about because he claimed to be something else as well.
Apparently he's Superman, I guess.
Yeah, because I think he claimed to be another profession as well. And I'm just like, whatever. Teach their own. I just hope he don't hurt anybody. That's the only thing I hope.
I just hope he stops calling himself a chiropractor.
Yeah, I just hope that he doesn't hurt anybody. Plain and simple. So yeah, and find a reputable. Yeah. Check a reputable
person. Search if your chiropractor has a license.
Yeah.
And make sure that's going well.
Not just the chiro, medical doc, or when you're talking about PT, or when you're talking about anything, like go to Laura and check up their license. Like, listen, at the end of the day,
we have public information.
We have people coming in, right? And we tell them this all the time. Your first visit is an interview process. Just as I'm doing my history and consult on you to see if I could help you,
you're interviewing me as well.
You're interviewing me as a doc. You might fire me as your doc. And if you do, you do. And that's okay to go to different docs and sort of, I hate to say window shop, but you got to find somebody that has that good bedside manner, that actually going to take your case serious, that's actually going to take the time to sit down with you and figure out an actual regimen and plan to get you better. Because if they're just, you come in and, you know, whack them and crack them
I'm
or
not
a quick
working for
script
you.
or
We're
anything.
working together.
We got to work together.
To accomplish this
So
goal.
that's where I'm just like, it's okay to interview us.
And if
I
you
mean,
don't
just
like
like we're
us,
interviewing.
it's okay.
No hard feelings. And you know what? And if you don't like us, tell us why you don't like us.
I always like you guys.
Maybe we'll grow and figure out what we did wrong. I mean, we could take the criticism. Give it to us.
And the only time we're ever going to reject care, if we personally believe this problem is bigger than what we are currently offering.
Yeah.
Like if you have a torn labrum.
I had that 2 days ago. Is that why you bring it up?
Yeah,
I had that 2 days ago.
Up.
I had a patient come in, shoulder pain, the torn labrum on the MRI. I'm like, I can't.
We can't glue that together. That's out of our.
Either you need to go find someone that's going to do stem cell injections, or you're going to get that surgically repaired if it's bothering you that bad. We see neck issues that was going on, and I explained to her like, hey, this can be causing some of the discomfort, but truthfully, that labral tear may have caused the neck discomfort. So you got to fix that before we do anything. Like, I mean, plain and simple. So no, it's interviewing process, and I think just check your credentials, go interview your docs. TMJD, we got you. Is if it's something along the lines of what we could help you with, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. If we can't, we'll also let you know. Let's get into NBA playoffs.
No, we got to would you rather.
Oh my God, would you rather? Go ahead.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Would you rather? Mind you, I forgot about the would you rather. I just remembered it when I was outside. I'm like, man, what am I gonna say? So I don't know if this is a repeat. I think you told me something very similar to this, but different. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for 10?
Man.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough.
Jail for 5 or coma for 10?
Jail for 5.
Yeah, I know. But
you know
it's
what?
just
Prison for 5.
Either one.
More higher up, more nitty gritty. Prison.
Yeah, that's why I mean, wouldn't want to miss 10 years of kids, 10 years of this, 10 years of family.
5.
I know I'm talking about coma wise, but even jail. What the hell goes on in prison? I don't think I'd be able to survive in prison. Mentally, physically, man, 5 years, 10 years, is a long time.
I got you, man.
10 years, is a long time.
I got you with this. Would you rather?
Yeah, just because I want to do either. I mean, how do you pick either one of these? They're both evil. They're both evil.
I wouldn't do either.
Yeah, they're both evil. I would have to tough it out and do the 5 years.
You doing jail?
Yeah.
Or prison?
Yeah. Reluctantly.
You come out and like you're a convict and there's everything on your record.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Anything you try to get is like.
I mean, in 10 years from now.
Can you get like a loan and stuff as a convict or no?
Yeah.
You can?
I believe so. I mean, recent pay stubs and all that stuff. Yeah. But license, I mean, want to be able to practice.
Oh, you lose your job.
Want to be able to practice by any means. And it matters, what the issue was. But yeah, I don't think you'd be able to practice or anything like that. So there's a lot of licenses that you want to be able to hold at that point. So I want to be able to work. I'm just looking at the 10 years, looking at, family, parents. 10 years is a long time, man. 5 years is like.
So you'd come out in 2033.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long time.
I think LeBron
will be retired. He'd be retired. All right. I got an easy one. Not as bad. Which one would you do, by the way?
Oh, man. Probably the 5.
5, right? It's just timing. It's just a timing game. Like
I think you have to because of your loved ones.
Yeah.
Because you're in a coma, no one has no idea if you're going to make it.
Yeah.
We're in jail. You're still alive. You get to talk to people, but not as often, and not to basically your luxury of how many times you want to talk to them.
Listen, if you gave me exactly 5 years and 5 years, I'm taking the coma. Like, I'm not going to prison. Plain and simple. Like, it didn't happen, right? But the 5 to 10 years is just like, dude, I don't want to do either one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a tough one.
So yeah, no, and it was strictly timing.
I wonder what people are gonna say.
Yeah, it would be strictly timing for me.
So let us know, guys.
All right, so I got not as weird, but easier.
Weird. That was a good one.
Well, I mean, it was just either one. Would you rather have a sunny day at the office?
A sunny day meaning outside sunny?
Yeah, sunny day in the office, or a rainy day on the beach.
I feel like this question is more than what it is.
No.
No?
Make it what you want. Give it to me.
A sunny day or a rainy day on the beach? So I'm off. I'm not working. I'm just chilling. But
You're
it's
just
raining.
chilling. It's raining.
I don't mind work, man. I'm working.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm working.
but you're stuck inside. You can't enjoy the weather.
Chilling though.
Can't enjoy the weather though.
Chilling.
You're stuck in a building with hardly any windows.
I got a projector in my office. Canton office has a projector.
Yeah,
I'm
you're just sitting
watch
chilling.
movies and
Yeah, I would go sunny day in the office as well.
Yeah,
truthfully,
chilling.
just because the mood effect of just the weather, how much it plays a role
you
emotionally.
asking me, do I like working more in the summer or in the winter? The winter.
Do you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm more motivated in the summer. Sun's out.
Really?
I have more energy. I'm good to go.
I feel like summer. It's just like
You want-
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, on a nice, especially at the beginning of the summer, where it's like we just went through 9 months of misery in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
You can't wait to get out on the beach or just be outside. Period.
It's a good one.
But I would rather have a sunny day in the office. Myself
Do
personally,
you like working more in the winter or the summer?
I have an easier time working in the summer.
You do?
Look, I woke up today, it was sunny this morning. I jumped out of bed, no problem.
Really?
When it's dark out and it gets dark again at 5 o'clock, I stay tired and I have a harder
Did
time
you really
working in the
jump out
winter.
of bed or you just got out?
No, I jumped out of bed.
Like-
I jumped out of bed. Got dressed, worked out, and took kids to school, did all that stuff.
I'm saying you're looking jacked today, man.
No, shut up. Get in the playoffs. All right.
Playoffs on TNT.
Man, Philly.
Philly took out the broom.
Yeah, they swept them. They swept them right
I
under.
seen coming though. I just didn't think that the Nets had any chance with them. So,
Yeah,
Philly-
that was done.
Philly goes on.
Then you got Suns leading the Clippers 3-1.
Kawhi's injury is bullshit.
Why?
I think all that stuff going on with his sister, he's laying back.
You think
because
so?
She's finally getting prosecuted or
got
whatever.
convicted.
Convicted.
Life prison.
Life prison. Because that knee, like, I didn't see him get hurt or anything in game.
No,
did
he said it's not pain management. So when I was reading everything about him, it's not pain management that's holding him off. Like, he physically wants to play, and he thinks he physically can play. It's the team docs holding him back because the amount of swelling around the knee.
But it's crazy how this popped up and he's been out.
And and that's why I'm just like,
Yeah, I don't think it's his injury. I think what's going on with his sister is holding him
Did
back.
you hear the whole story about his sister though?
Yeah, they beat up an elderly woman.
84-year-old. Yeah, 84-year-old in a casino in the bathroom or something.
My thing is listen, I don't know how families operate, but my family and your family as well.
Yeah.
When it comes like to financials and things, like if my brother wanted $100, for example, I'm gonna give him the $100.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's like that though.
Yeah, but
Which to you and I is like, that's weird, right?
he's a multi
I know.
millionaire
I know.
though.
But are they that close? Are they not that close? I have no idea. And to Kawhi's personality, he's probably not.
But like, if
not
I
saying
told you
anything.
right now, I got you this random person.
Yeah.
I told you, give this person $500, or he's gonna go steal $500 and end up in jail for the rest of his life. You're giving him the
I'm gonna
$500.
give him 500.
I just don't get that.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's why I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with his knee, if it's real or not. PG's been out, and they said he's gonna be out for the entire first series.
Yeah.
So he's not coming back. Westbrook's been a beast
He's
though.
been carrying. He's been carrying the team.
3 games, averaged what? I think the first 3 games he's averaged 31
balling.
points.
I don't even know.
He's
He's been
averaged
balling.
31 points, but he's been a little pest.
Yeah,
Like he's coming up from
defensively.
behind.
He's messing with KD.
He's messing with KD.
You see what KD told him?
He stuck up for him.
He's like, no, during the game. I
Oh,
think
no.
he looked at Russ. I believe it was Russ. He's like, chill out there, gangsta.
Really? No, I didn't see that. But him and Chris Paul stuck up for him in the post game because they're like, he's doing his part and he's doing what he needs to be doing. I think once he retires, everyone's gonna be missing him so much that it's just they need to just chill out on
He's not
him.
gonna get one of these though. He's not getting.
I don't think he will either. But man, he put up 37 the other day in the loss
I think
against
so.
Suns,
I think he's
and
at
I think
38,
he's
right?
averaging 31 points in these first 3 games. But my thing is like, okay, this recent success of the last 3 games, where was it with the Lakers? Where was that for the last 5-6
I'll
years?
tell you exactly what it is. Him being number one. There's no
Being the number
Kawhi.
one. There's no Kawhi. There's no PG.
Has
So-
a number one who will produce. Will he take you to the
He won't
promised
take you.
land and get
He
you a
won't take you there
championship?
though, and that's
I don't
why I'm
think
just
so,
like,
no.
I don't think he'll be there. But I think him and Kawhi had something good going on. But man, it was
Kawhi
just
just needs to play.
Kawhi needs to play. Kawhi needs to play. Without either one of them, they're done. I think the series is 3-1. So yeah, they're done after that. Heat are leading the Bucks.
No Giannis, man. You see that fall?
That fall was bad. I mean, he went up and just landed flat on it, and he's a big boy. So him to fall flat on his back like that, I think it was just a muscle contusion is what the actual diagnosis was.
Man, that's nuts.
I tried to look it up what it was. I think it was just a muscle contusion was all I was reading. So just a bruise of the muscle.
I think that's more precautionary, if anything.
It's got to be, but they're gonna be precautionary, sitting themselves on the couch if he don't get back.
Fishing.
I mean, it's gonna be as precautionary as possible. So they gotta take care of that.
Tyler Hero broke his arm too.
Yeah,
he broke his 2 fingers on a shooting hand.
Yeah, on a shoot. He got up that 3-point shot. I think we had it. It
looked like it went in, but it didn't.
It did. I thought it did. When I took a quick glance at it, I thought it did. And then you're like, no, it didn't. How he got that shot off of that broken hand? That was ridiculous. There's no way.
I'm just holding it.
Yeah. I'm passing it off.
Tyler
I'm just dishing it off
from a different cloth.
Right.
Hey, we called Brunson a couple months ago.
We did.
I told you Brunson was like the first point guard ever in Knicks history to average 20.
Yeah. He's doing good. I think his last 3, he's had like 28.
Problem is, he's not a sexy name though. He's not like
it don't matter.
Like a Giannis or
him and Tank look alike.
They do. You did.
Him and Javonte looked alike. I did.
Somebody said.
I might have told you. I might have told you that. I don't remember.
Someone.
But yeah, no, they look alike. It was crazy. When I was watching, I was like, dude, he looks exactly like him. But
what if it is, bro?
You didn't call it though because you were so high on the Cavs making it to the East. You didn't call anything.
The Cavs will come back from this.
No, they will not.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't. It's 3-1. It's done. They might end up going 3-2.
I bet you they come back from this
and win the series.
Yeah, they come back.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I will make sure we keep those receipts, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Spider gonna come up.
So yeah, you said how much you liked Brunson, but no, you were calling the Cavs all the way. Don't act like you weren't. You were.
Okay.
Next. Celtics leading the Hawks. I mean, no surprise there. Truthfully, Celtics are just scary good, man.
You did it, Trae Young.
No,
he was rated the most overrated player in the NBA.
Were they really? When was this?
2 weeks ago, I think.
No, I didn't see that. I heard the recent rumors of him maybe leaving after the season. Yeah. And then, your Lakers always come up in conversation every time someone's about to leave.
I don't want him on LA, though.
No?
He's not good.
I don't think he's that bad, though.
Average.
I don't think he's that bad. Warriors, close series, man.
Is that a purple beam?
Hey, that light the beam thing it's hype.
That's cool.
It is awesome, man.
That's cool.
So seeing that was cool as hell. And their fans get crazy.
Harrison Barnes, though, man.
Yeah. That miss.
Imagine hitting that. You hit that
miss. I know.
Everyone's on you.
Everyone went nuts. But that all came from Steph. Steph calling the timeout when there was none.
You know Harrison Barnes, what team he was on, right? He was a Warrior.
Was he? Oh yeah. Yes. But I mean, it's just I think it was Kerr took the fall for that and said, no, that's my fault. I didn't tell them. It's my job to tell them how many timeouts are left. I didn't tell them. That's not Steph's fault. That's me. So are they just backing each other out?
You know why he got open though, right? There was a switch between Steph and Draymond. Draymond went to help out on Fox. Barnes came out to the left, wing shot.
Yeah.
And then Steph went and rotated on Barnes and tried contesting it. Either Steph or Draymond.
Yeah.
But there was a miscommunication there where Draymond overhelped.
Yeah, I mean, it was a close game. 126, 125 was a good game. That miss was there. But for them, the Warriors come back 2-2. Without having Draymond with that kung fu kick that he had on Sabonis last week, I believe it was.
Got him, man.
Dude, he stomped right out. How'd you take that? Truthfully.
Man, how'd I take that?
Yeah.
If you're grabbing my leg,
okay. So
I'm gonna kick you.
In one view, I seen it, and it looked like Sabonis was sort of covering his head, and his leg was just in there, right?
Stuck in there.
In another view, it looked like he was just grabbing his leg. So I didn't know which way to take it. Truthfully, I mean, Draymond's just got that reputation to be a dirty player.
Saying that the whole series, Sabonis has been doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like dropping his shoulder, doing this. I don't know, man. If you grab my foot when I'm trying to accelerate, I'm gonna kick you.
Well, it's not. I don't even know if it was the kick because he tried to kick out of it. It was a stomp. It was a stomp and step on because he stepped on him to step over.
Yeah,
I think that's what just put it over the edge. Like that was just bad
because it looked like up.
And especially because it was Draymond. If it was anybody else, I don't think it would have been play on. He might have got ejected from the game and not suspended for another game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was bad at that point. What's our next one here? Nuggets.
Just one sec. I have to mention something.
Yeah.
Somebody on the cast here promised me something and still has not fulfilled their promise.
Did he just walk in? Is that
he just walked in and that's how I remembered. He promised me he'd buy me a Funko Pop and still no Funko Pop. And he's making up a bunch of things now. But
he's making different rules?
It's fine, man. It's fine. A man has 2 things in the photo. I'll tell you guys one of it. His word.
What's the other one?
He don't got that.
What's the other one?
We're talking about basketball, so you know.
Let's see if he ends up growing them, huh? Did you see Barkley? He had 2 balls. Oh man, let's get into Nuggets. Nuggets leading the Timberwolves. Nuggets showing that they're the real deal here, huh?
They went on a 12-0 run to fourth OT.
That was nuts. That was fun to watch yesterday because they were down the entire time, and every time they started getting back into it, they got knocked right back out by Minnesota.
They go on a run.
Cat came out, and Cat was like, "No, we're not done. We're not going anywhere." This was when they were still 3-0.
It's over though.
It's over. It's over. I think so for sure. 11-2 run to get to OT. Minnesota went on an 11-2 run to open up OT. And then they ended up bringing it closer. Joker missed a 3-point shot in overtime, and then he went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. And when he was 1 of 2, they could have tied it up at that point. So I think that was, sort of MVP moment, I guess. Game's on the line. You're at the line. Yeah. It's a free throw. You got to nail those. You just got to nail both of them. But Anthony Edwards, man.
I love Anthony Edwards.
Hey, he's been performing. He is performing. Some of the numbers here, I just threw him up there. Career 30-point playoff games before turning 22. LeBron James had 8. Anthony Edwards has 5. Kobe Bryant 4. Luka 3. Derrick Rose 3. Tracy McGrady 3.
Speaking of Derrick Rose, he came into the Knicks game late when they were up like 10, and he got a huge standing ovation.
He got standing O.
That's awesome.
Anthony Edwards still 21 though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a kid.
So he's still got another year that he could do this under 22. I don't know his birth date, but I'm assuming he could start. Assuming.
You think the Timberwolves are a playoff team like next year?
They could be.
I don't think they're good.
I mean, I don't think they're great, but I think they could be for sure. Skinny your Lakers.
Dylan
Brooks.
Lakers. Hey, Dylan Brooks. I am gonna say the word, man. I'm just not gonna do it. Man, he's playing victim. Where he legit went and talked about LeBron. He's like, "Oh, he's too old. He don't."
How's he playing victim?
This and that. He played victim the other day.
With what?
He's like, what did he say? I put it in here. I didn't upload. He's like, the media is portraying me as a villain, and I don't like how I'm being portrayed.
Oh, did he? I thought I just read that he said that he is a villain here. I'm a villain there. But he's portrayed himself that way.
I'm being portrayed this way.
I mean, he gave himself off that way.
Why didn't my picture upload?
He's been absolutely he's just
dog water.
Yeah, all bark, no bite. I mean, it's just a matter of he's not that good. He's more, at least when Lance Stevenson did it, it was freaking hilarious.
It was funny.
He's blowing LeBron's ear and stuff. That was freaking, it was great.
Yeah, this guy's coming out and saying all this stuff, and you can't shy away from, if you're going to talk shit, back it up.
Yeah, you got to back it up.
Go drop me 20 plus. Don't go
what has he been
3
dropping?
for 13.
Yeah, 3 for 13. That's what, yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's just whatever. He's just today's news. He'll be done. He got ejected, but once again, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for his,
he should have got ejected.
He should not have got ejected.
But you can't grab another man's junk.
So I don't know if once again, one view looks like LeBron had a crossover. He pumped back. Dylan Brooks went right back over, and he hit him there.
I don't know. Okay, it looked like he was hungry.
Another view looked sort of like it was, like it was intentional, but it just didn't look like. It looked like he had a crossover, and then LeBron just did what LeBron does, and he sold the hell out of it. It was bad. Don't get me wrong.
Come on, man. You get punched in the jewels, you're going down.
He didn't get punched. Relax.
He got popped. You can't do that.
It was bad though. I mean, it was bad. He was rolling around. I thought he was on fire. I thought he was just on fire. He rolled around so dang much. I'm like, dude, okay, we get it, but
no, he got hit.
He did. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm just like he just made sure that he got ejected.
If you get hit,
he confirmed that he got ejected. If it wasn't LeBron rolling around like there,
if Brooks doesn't talk the game prior, he's not getting ejected.
1,000,000%.
The only reason he got ejected because all the
1,000,000%. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying that LeBron just confirmed it even more when he was rolling around.
Yeah,
he just said, "All right, screw it. You want to mess with me? I'm gonna mess with you. Here you go. I'm gonna sell the crap out of this," and that's what he did.
Brown went up to him at pregame.
I seen that. It was a mean stare down.
He told him, he's like, told me you're causing too much trouble for your team. Start making some shots or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't read what he told him.
We'll have the video up.
LeBron not paying any attention to him, truthfully. He had that one stare down. And even, I think it was that one game that they won, Dylan Brooks was just like in his ear the entire time. And he just like completely blocked it out. He had no problem doing it. Crazy. Yeah, it was nice. It was cool to watch that. But he's, I don't think they have a chance, especially if AD plays as big as what he did the other day.
They're playing today, 10 p.m.
If AD plays that big, Dude, no one. They're not winning another game.
I feel like Bron's not even playing, but he's dropping 28 with ease.
So that's the one thing with LeBron that sort of pisses me off too.
He's not like
he's got the killer instinct. Don't get me wrong, but he's not like Kobe and MJ had like a day where someone would piss him off, and they'd be like, "I'm dropping 40 on him. That's it. I'm done. I'm not even dealing with it."
I feel like he's just not.
He doesn't have that.
He doesn't care.
But he doesn't have that. He's like, no, we're gonna win, which is good. But at the same time, he doesn't have that killer instinct. I think that's especially recently, like on Brooks. If this was Kobe, MJ, anybody else, dude, they'd be like, I'm gonna embarrass the crap out of this kid. Like I'm gonna embarrass him.
If that's Kobe, MJ, the act of Dylan Brooks walking up to you and staring in the face, they're gonna do something.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, I feel like Bron's just worried about his team.
I think he's worried about his team.
So
but
I feel like Bron has become the player where he would rather have Anthony Davis go for 40, 10, and 11 and him just have an average stat line.
So, and here's my question.
I don't think he cares.
Is that because of his age? Like, if this was LeBron at 22 or 23, would he react differently to it?
I think he's just become to the point where he feels like he's accomplished so much and he wants to ride something and basically allow others to flourish under his wing.
I don't know.
Because if Bron wants to drop 40, he's dropping 40. He had
Yeah, but
10 in the first quarter.
He should.
He had 10 in the
He
first.
should drop 40. He should literally be like, all right, I'm done. Here's 50 for you, right on your head.
But they haven't needed
Come
it.
cover me.
They haven't needed it.
They won't need it this
Game
series.
2, they needed it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it.
I don't think they'll need it this series, truthfully.
I don't think so.
I think this series done.
I think we got to see a different LeBron
100%
against the Warriors.
It'll be Warriors.
But I don't think who knows? Are the Warriors going to come out of that?
I don't know. Like they suck on the
you
road.
They can't win on the road.
They suck on the road. What are they? 11-31, 11-32 on the road on the year. So they got to sneak one away in Sacramento with that crowd. I don't know if they could get away from this because they went 0-2 on the road. They almost lost one yesterday at home.
In order to win a series, you got to win.
They got to win on the road. So I don't know if they will end up doing it or not because I don't know if they could win on the road. And then if it's Sacramento against the Lakers. Truthfully, I think Lakers could take that series as well.
Do you think the Warriors are the same team that they were in past years?
Define same team.
You think they still have that killer instinct where they're feared like a while ago where everyone's afraid of their three-pointers and all that?
Yeah, because if they get hot, it's over. If they get hot, it's over. But it's just that they haven't been getting hot. Like, and they're not getting hot in unison. It's like one player, like Clay will start hitting shots, and then he'll go cold, and then Curry will start hitting his shots. Draymond's not really taking over huge defensively.
Yeah. Is there a clear team though? Is there a clear team you look at right now? You look at this bracket. Is there a team you look at as like that's easy? They're gonna win it.
I still think the Suns are up there.
You think the Suns?
The Suns stay healthy. I think the Suns could be, but no, it's not. I don't think it's a clear cut.
Culture though, like they've never won anything.
Okay, but it's different team, different culture. It's just different. The players are much different. You got Suns, you got Philly. But once again, Philly hasn't won anything either ever in the history of Philly.
I like Philly.
But man, they look good. So I think they're different. There's different, but I don't think there's a huge clear cut because we said this at the beginning before the playoffs even started. And I think it's just proven to be true. It's just you got your top three on each side that you think are going to win that could really just take it home. So it's just like until one of them gets knocked off, it's anybody's.
That jersey
that ain't gonna happen. They're not winning this. They're not winning the championship. Not this year. They're not winning.
Please stop.
Let's get into Ryan Garcia versus Javante.
I didn't want to talk about that.
Did you watch that?
It was rigged.
Right?
Oh my! That was a garbage fight. Because that liver
give me your
punch,
thought. Go ahead. Give me your thoughts. Yeah.
He didn't even connect. He slid.
No, he connected. He connected.
Listen.
You can't watch it in slow mo, my guy.
As a fighter. If you're a fighter, you better fight until you can't anymore.
It's either rigged or he quit. It's one of the two. Okay.
A guy like that is not gonna quit. He's 20-something 26-0, whatever he was.
Whatever he was.
Man, but did you see what he punched him? Went down a knee.
He smiled
Davis
though.
Told him get back up. He's like, and he looked at his corner. It's rigged. Oh,
I don't know. So I think, and this is exactly
boxing
what happened
sucks,
with boxing and why boxing just has been horrible. It died completely
It's a money
because of how rigged that it's been
Money fight.
in the past. Now, I mean, you got two fighters that are on top of their game. This is what everybody wanted between Manny and Mayweather.
Floyd,
to actually have their fight at this age, at their peak of their
What's the
careers.
rehydration clause? What is that?
IVs. The IV drip, basically like Islam did. He didn't want him to have IVs in there, and then he kept on doing random. Javante kept on doing random check-ins, weigh-ins, He had a bunch of stuff in his contract. It was crazy.
Yeah, because his fight the night prior, 134. The fight night, 144.
Yeah,
up 10 pounds.
Yeah, so that's probably the hydration clause in there.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's probably the hydration clause in there. So they leaked that FaceTime call. The winner's taking the bag from both. They taking the purse. I don't think that was true. That
I feel
never
like that's
happened.
always a media push.
Yeah, it's just a media push at that time.
Yes.
Tank telling Garcia, Tank was talking mad crap. Tell him, don't bring your family.
I'm gonna break that jaw.
I'm gonna break that jaw. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it was bad.
You see at the end of the fight what he's saying? He's like, what was he saying?
I mean, I did, but which one are you talking
I got a lot of ammunition.
So that was the thing that tripped me out was, and then because then Garcia came out and was like, yeah, there's a rat in my camp, basically. There's a mole in my camp, because the way that Tank was talking, like he knew that he had a rib injury and he kept on attacking that rib. And he kept on attacking that rib on purpose, knowing that he had an injury. And his post-fight interview was like, yeah, no, I knew he was injured there. It was like, well, where was he injured? He was injured. Well, when did he get it? Did you injure him? No, I didn't injure him. Well, when did he get injured? And he was very...
He was very vague on
He was very vague on how he knew. And then Garcia came out and said, oh, I got a mole in my camp. Now, when you go into this highlight of the punch, and then every pro boxer out there wants to say, oh, you've never been punched in the liver, and his nose started bleeding immediately after. I was like, his nose was bleeding prior to that. I could have swore it was.
Yeah, I think it's rigged, man.
But yeah, liver shot knocked the wind out of him, but it was just how he went down.
It probably hurts, don't get me wrong.
Oh my God, yeah.
If you're a fighter and you claim all that shit you talked, you better stay. Listen,
you better stay up.
If I'm fighting with you,
if that's my job,
and I am talking smack to you, there's no way I'm getting on my knee and quitting. I'm going to make sure you beat me up to bloody pulp until I can't get up.
Yeah. And that's why it's just like, when that's your job to fight, you can't give up on that. Like, I don't know how he took a knee, and the way he literally got connected on liver. He had a counter on Tank's face.
He waited a little bit.
And then he waited a little bit, and then took a knee. But watch his face when he took the knee. That's what irked me the most, because he had like a little grin. No, he had like a little shit grin on his face.
He looked at his corner too.
And I was just like, what the hell's going on here? And he did. He knocked him good in the ribs, and in that liver shot. And it was just one of those things where I had to watch it in slow-mo. Like, it happened so quick, because Gervonta's good. He's strong. He's small. He's compact.
Davis.
Yeah, he's unreal. But man, it was just like, how in the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
And for him to take a knee and not get back up.
Not a fan, man.
I don't even think he wants a rematch. I don't think he wants to see him again. I don't. Who knows how that goes? But I'll go back to my UFC happily.
That's why boxing's not as popular as UFC.
Yeah, I'll go back to UFC gladly. No problem.
For sure.
Let's get into our NFL.
Oh my God, Jaymo, man. I think that's bullshit, to be honest with you.
Why? Rules are rules.
He wasn't betting on his own games like Calvin Ridley.
I know, but he was on site. He was on site, and you're not supposed to be gambling on site.
I know.
Plain and simple. The fact that they didn't suspend him indefinitely.
Slap on the wrist, not 6 games, though.
6 games. I mean, I wonder if he could appeal it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he will, because that statement that we have up there from Alliance Sports confirming that he did that and was apologizing and all that other stuff. I know Schefter tweeted that.
This I don't think he will. His career, though. Start of his career, this happening.
Injury.
A lot of times when you see
out
this,
for the year, and then almost out for the year, and then this happens.
Do you think the Lions change up their draft strategy now? You think they go get a receiver?
No.
You don't think so? You think they stick to the same exact
I think they have
strategy?
to.
Who do they have? They have Amon-Ra.
They got Amon-Ra. They got Marvin
Jones
back.
Is there. DJ Chark.
Yep, Chark. I believe is still there.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know if they will. I don't know if they
him though. It was Stanley, Berryhill.
Yeah, they dropped everybody else though. Lions dropped everybody else.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they cut him right away. He was the only one that they held on to. Yeah. So I think that will end up being to the point where they working on that. DJ Chark actually left the Lions, I believe.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he left the Lions. But either way, so Jaymo, hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he do his things. Hopefully he gets healthy. But at the same time, it was on facility. Should not be doing that. Plain and simple. He broke the rules. No, you don't let it go. He broke the rules. He broke the rules. Plain and simple. 49ers.
So did he get suspended by the NFL or by the Lions?
NFL.
Okay. Because if it was the Lions, I would have probably told them, you're good.
No, it was by the NFL. Okay. Yeah, it was by the NFL. NFL got them. Suspended by the NFL for 6 games for violating the NFL's gambling policy. 49ers fielding calls for Trey Lance, which I found crazy because...
I don't like Trey Lance, man.
I don't either.
Trey Lance is a one-trick pony. He always wants to run.
I know, but
sit back.
You got no Brock Purdy. He's probably he specifically himself came out and said he might be out for the year because of his surgery on his elbow.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So that's where I'm just like, how are you getting rid of Trey Lance? Garoppolo's no longer.
He's gone?
I think he went to, was it the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what are you doing? So does that open up the rumors for Rodgers to the Niners?
Isn't he
and that's
committed, though, to the Jets?
No, he personally is. There's been no trade. Nothing's been, because the Jets don't want to give up a first. Packers want a first-round pick. The Jets are like, he's saying, hey, I'm retiring after so many years. We're not going to give up a first-round pick for him.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be with us for that long. He's not going to be with us that long. So they've been at a standstill, and I think they just started negotiation talks again recently, like because draft is this week.
Yeah.
So they need to figure out, are they drafting somebody or is Rodgers coming in? So that's going to make a huge decision. That's interesting in the draft because I want to see who's going where.
Yep.
The S2 Cognizant test, talking about the draft this week. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, my God. CJ Stroud scored an 18 out of 99. So he started falling, and that's basically testing like your cognitive skills, your ability for game speed, and for reading the defenses, and it brings it down to like milliseconds.
18 out of 99.
18 out of 99.
I'm not drafting him.
He was the lowest ever. So he was on the Panthers board like he should be number one. That's where he's going. That came out. Whereas Bryce Young scored a 98 out of 99. Yeah.
Bryce Young.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was just the way he reads defense and so on and so forth. Will Levis. He got a 96 as well. So I think, those ones are going to go up on the draft boards.
We'll see, though.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
3 days, right? Or something
I'm excited. Yeah. It starts Thursday. Round 1 is Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
yes.
Your boy, Allen Robinson. Look who you guys got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind that trade.
Yeah, good.
I mean, truthfully, they swapped sevens.
For what he's going to be?
Yeah.
He's going to be a third receiver, right?
Should be.
Second to third?
That's probably
good.
Third.
That's good.
Unless they get rid of Deontay, which I don't see them getting rid of Deontay.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, they needed a veteran in the locker room, plain and simple. They needed somebody in there to actually talk to the Young Bucks. So, I mean, it's just that's what they're going to do.
King Henry.
Yeah. Rumors.
That's scary.
I think it's just rumors, though. I haven't read anything about it.
I've seen multiple reports where it's happened, and then it's a rumor, and then it happened.
Yeah, well, A.J. Brown came out and said, hey, number 22 is still available here. Come on, let's go. Make it happen. Because they're represented by the same agent. Yeah. So I think it's just rumors. I don't think there's anything else going there. But speaking of the Steelers and Allen Robinson, I know you brought them up right now, but, I mean, Omar Khan is our new GM. He's been a G. I mean, he got Allen Robinson. They swapped 7th-round picks. Not that he gave a 7th-round pick. They swapped 7th-round picks. Good. And then Allen Robinson's got $15 million guaranteed for him this year. The freaking Rams are paying him 10. The Rams are paying him 10. The Steelers are paying him 5. So Steelers literally got him for almost nothing.
Yeah.
For literally nothing, which was unreal. So I think NFL got that draft coming up here soon. And we'll see how that goes. And then we got your Lakers tonight. Should put away that series. Is it? It's 3-1?
No,
2-1.
2-1. Well, I'm going to leave you guys with something.
Yeah.
Player. Who are you taking? You taking Giannis? Or are you taking D-Wade all time? Who are you taking?
All time?
Actually, you don't say anything. Let them.
I'm not going to say anything.
That's a good one, though, right?
Somewhat.
Don't disrespect Wade.
Somewhat.
Do not disrespect the Flash.
Somewhat.
You got to go watch highlights of like 2006 against the Mavs, honestly.
Yeah, I will.
Because every time I mention D-Wade, you like,
D-Wade's unreal.
Like he's no one.
No, he's great.
I can't do this, man. And then we were about to get into build a lineup for $15, NFL and NBA, but we're going to hold off on that.
We're going to bring that in next week. I like that for next week. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we'll bring that in next week. So everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you guys share, like, subscribe,
do all that stuff.
Do all that good stuff.
Any questions, DM us. Anything you guys need, let us know.
Any coffee recommendations, let us know.
Anything to the table, just let us know.
Let us know. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You